Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. A perfect game without any issues whatsoever. Yeah, it's a mess. How could GameFreak mess up the gameplay so badly? From serious overpowered moves and abilities, to the bugs and glitches sprouting around the whole game, and even painstaking crashes that make you lose progress. But no. This isn't about what Pokemon did wrong about Scarlet and Violet. This is a more positive video on the games. As of right now, the game doesn't get enough praise on everything it does right. And while it's important to rant about what's wrong with a game, it's equally as important to talk about what good came from this game. So today, I'm exploring 5 things that Pokemon Scarlet and Violet did right. Starting with number 5, the models. Sword and Shield were hated when it came to the models, especially with the whole National Dex controversy. However, Scarlet and Violet, ever since the first trailer, smashed people's expectations on the models. GameFreak did a fantastic job working on these models, and you can tell they actually put their heart into these ones. I mean, look at Magnemite, look how freaking cool this looks. It's all metally, it looks amazing. If GameFreak don't improve the models after these games, I will be completely content with that. Anyway, carrying on from the models, we have number 4, the rivals. A lot of people complain the fact that the rivals nowadays are not as good as Blue and Silver from Red, Blue, Yellow and Gold, Silver, Crystal respectively. While I agree it would be nice to have more of a cocky rival, if done right, they can have a fantastic friendly character. This is where Nemona, Penny and Arven come into the picture. Nemona is a very similar character to Hop from Sword and Shield, the generic friendly competitive rival. However, she's a lot more developed than Hop was. You can tell by the text that she is carefree and enjoying every Pokemon battle, even if she wins or loses. Even in the face of danger, she boosts up the other characters' moods, and which allows them to carry on forwards. While I made fun of her throughout the whole game, she was still a great character, and hopefully, future-friendly rivals develop even further than she did. Penny and Arven, I can't talk too much about since it will go into my next segment. I do want to say that these characters are by far the best rivals that Pokemon have ever done before. I mean, Penny watches anime. That's a good enough reason to like her, right? And Arven, without going into the next segment, gets the most impacted throughout the game, and you really feel sorry for him. And yet, he still pushes through and continues to be strong. Let's go in a bit more detail then, with the next being number 3, the story. Warning, as this will go into spoilers of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, so if you haven't played the games and want to experience the game for yourself, please skip over to number 2, it shouldn't be as spoilery. Anyway, the story of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are simply amazing. GameFreak put a lot of effort into making this story the best it can be. Each of our characters have their own little developments, Penny being the leader of Team Star, that only formed since they were being bullied and wanted to fight back. I want to say quickly that I was concerned into doing the Team Star full storyline. I think now it's the best storyline out of all 3 stories we were given. Unless you count The Way Home, the 4th story in the game. It really makes you feel bad for these characters who wanted to live a normal life, but were bullied and thought there was no other way around it than band together and stop it. With their plan not going as expected, they thought the only place they can go back is their bases, giving them the rumour that they're just delinquent students. But enough being said about Team Star, let's move on to Arven and the Path of Legend storyline. This storyline honestly nearly made me tear up. Throughout the Path of Legends, we help Arven find Herba Mystica, a rare herb found around the Paldea region, which has varying effects to improve the body and mind of people and Pokemon. Finding out that Arven is only looking for them to help his nearly dying Mastiff recover from his injuries. GameFreak really hit us in the fields with this storyline. As everyone rushed to beat the Titans to save Mastiff, Arven not only gets knocked down by knowing his beloved Pokemon is close to death, he gets the shocking revelation that his mother/father, Professor Turo Osada, depending on what version you play, has been dead this whole time. They really kicked Arven down when he finally just got back up. This story was something else, and it did not pull back its punches. By far the best story Pokemon has ever done throughout the whole franchise. I know number 3 was a long one, so let's move on to number 2, the co-op. Okay, so a lot of people might think of the Union Circle as a glitchy mess. While a lot of glitches do come from co-op, it doesn't undermine the fact having 3 of your friends run alongside you exploring the open world is just phenomenal. Having friends to mess around with while playing this game, which doesn't impact your story so everyone can still play at their own pace, it's just so much fun. And then once everyone finishes the game, you can have an in-person shiny race within this game. The fact that you're able to see the same Pokemon makes it very interesting to shiny race. It definitely makes the shiny racing a lot more competitive, especially since whoever finds the shiny Pokemon first is the one who gets it. If you have friends to play with, it is definitely worth going into the Union Circle and form your own opinion about it. But yeah, let's move on to the last segment of the video, which is number 1, the Gen 9 Pokemon. From Sprigatito to Miraidon, a lot of Gen 9 Pokemon look brilliant, with 1 or 2 exceptions. Come on GameFreak, that's just a flamingo. Anyway, GameFreak did a great job with these new Pokemon, and even gave existing Pokemon a brand new look with Paldea Wooper and its evolution Clogsire. Even Tauro's got some love, with not 1, but 3 new Paldean forms. Even the starters are fantastic. I don't think I've hated any of the evolution line for Gen 9 starters, which is great since the last time I've loved all 3 of the lines was back in Generation 4 with Turtwig, Chimchar and Piplup. But to go back to Gen 9 Pokemon, the best one has to be by far Greavard. It is amazing and I would give my life to Greavard just to pet it. But anyway, there are the 5 things that Game Freak did right in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. What do you guys think about the games? Let me know in the comments below. I'm thinking about making more similar topics around Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and maybe even some past games as well. So if you want to see more, make sure to click that like button and let me know to keep working on these videos. I've been Novice Nathy, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.